Alright, Chef Nation. Hope everybody's being good, being safe, quarantine, doing what you need to do. Uh, okay, so recently, I shouldn't even say recently. Throughout my channel, I've been getting, and during other live streams, I've been getting, people want to know stories. My stories of Tales of the Kitchen. And, well, shit. Now that I have the time, I might as well start dropping some stories down. So we'll start with story number one, which I'm probably going to be bouncing back and forth between current and like previous kitchen jobs that I've had throughout my chef journey. So, I mean, I, I one in particular, I won't disclose where I worked just because I don't know. There might be some subs on my channel that still work there, or I don't know. But for shits and giggles, I will not disclose where this business was, but this was like many years ago. And it was a Thanksgiving? Yeah, it was a Thanksgiving. I worked on a Thanksgiving. And of course, working on Thanksgiving, you don't get time with your friends and your family. So this particular day, I worked I think it was like mid morning, so I got off before close. So I got to actually go spend some time with my family a little bit before I had to go home and go to sleep. So at that point in time, we were open. We were busy as shit. And the one thing that we were offering, of course, was turkey with all the trimmings and all that good stuff. So we're busting stuff out. I got, some cooks at the carving station. I've got, other people, banging out, ovens and all this stuff, working hard on turkeys to the point where our oven stopped working. They literally just stopped. They cut the fuck out. They were like, fuck this, we're done. And we had about like 12 turkeys. So it was like, there was like a sheet tray of, so there was 2 turkeys per tray. And this is like a big ass double oven. So there's like, so you can imagine a double oven filled with a shitload of turkeys. So that's like 24 turkeys. So my boss is freaking out, going, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, I look over. We have fryers. First and foremost, do not ever, 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 ever do what I'm about to fucking tell you. Ever. Because this is a huge no-no. But you got to think on your feet when you're a chef. So I decided to pull the turkeys out. I temped them. They were almost done. So I said, fuck it. I told one of my buddies, I said, pull the grate out of the fryer. I said, we're going to attempt to deep fry turkeys in a building. Like I said, you should never, 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 ever do that, ever. You should do it outside. You should always take the precautions. If you're going to deep fry a turkey, put water in your deep fryer first, and then slowly put your turkey in to see where your oil level should be. Mark it with a Sharpie or whatever marker, so you know exactly where to put the oil in, so you don't overflow your oil and start a fire like most idiots around the United States and around the world do. Anyhow, so I told my buddy, I was like, pull the grate out. I was like, we're gonna fry this bad boy. So we slowly drop this. I mean, this was like, had to have been about a 20, maybe 25-pound turkey. So this is a big bird. So we slowly dropped it in there. Luckily it fit. Luckily no oil fell over and we didn't have any grease fires. We had, we had everything on standby. We had everything. We had every fire extinguishers, big flour, everything, just in case the worst came to worst. So that was a success. So that Thanksgiving, I can't remember the year, that was the year that we actually deep fried turkeys, and like a lot of guests were like, well, damn, y'all should do this every year. So that kind of came to pass where the next Thanksgiving we actually did it, but it was outside. This is what we did it right. So that is one tale. I'll probably do like two stories. I don't know. Because another one, you always have to have a good story with a bad one. And a bad one would have to be one day, it's a Friday night, busy as shit. We needed some sliced meats. I told one of my crew members, I was like, hey, we need to have a meat slice. He said, sure, whatever. And mind you, it's an open kitchen, so you can see, so guests can see and hear everything. So my buddy grabbed the meat, started slicing, and next thing you know, you heard the loudest noise. It sounded, I can't even describe the sound. It did not sound right. It sounded like something got stuck. Like somebody jammed something in the motor and it just made like the biggest like, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Next thing I know, I look over, my buddy's holding his hand and it's barely hanging on. It's barely holding on from like the palm all the way to the thumb. So it's like from the thumb all the way over here was gone. And I was like, holy shit, where's the rest? And he's like, my hand slipped and went through the slicer. I was like, oh my God. Meanwhile, this guy's nonchalant. He's telling me this cool, calm, and collected as there's blood spurting everywhere. You got his stuff wrapped up in a towel. You've got kids going, oh my God, this is so cool. You've got parents going, freaking out, going, what the fuck is going on? So we rushed him out. My boss took it back. We found the missing digits and the missing part of his hand, so luckily they were able to reattach it. But yeah, that guy's got permanent nerve damage. But those are just the starts of my stories. I might drop another one later today. I might drop another one tomorrow, so just keeping track. So, and like I said, I'm also going to drop this. I'm also going to say this as well. If you have any questions during this whole quarantine bit, because I know people are trying to create different things for food and all that stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I will be more than happy to either email you, answer the question during a video, or whatever else. I will get back to you. I was like, I will help you out during this time of need. We all need each other during this, and food is one thing. And making like weekly like meals and all that stuff, I can help you out with that. I can show you how to do little whips, trips, quips, all that little stuff, all my little cool stuff. So with that said, I hope everybody has a great Friday, because today, I can't believe today's Friday. Craziness. Be safe, get some air, breathe. I'll talk to y'all later on the next live stream or video.